Yo, what's good, everybody? All like 10 of you that are here. Good afternoon, Palm Tree Trader, Miss K. You got your dollars ready for me? Oh boy. Oh, what's up, Chompy, Massive, Balaji, Albu, Dom? It's nice to see the Kick chat is actually working in the multi-stream chat today. Who else is here? Warriors. Yeah, it looks like I got everybody. Phantom Panic, how we doing, guys? Light start to the stream today. Obviously, we had a little retracement of Friday's downside, as to be expected. We did come right back up into that daily 20 SMA that I was talking about last night on stream as a possible topside target over the next session. We've kind of fallen back to that 500 area. I'm almost contemplating a long position here. I am up a little over 1500 on the day today. I went and worked out after my last trade, got out. I was long from 400 or so, and I got out at like 650 on that initial surge. So yeah, your ball busters here. What's up, Izzy? How are you? But we'll see what happens. I could also see a move back down to this area, that 350, 370 area. That was my key level for today. So if we lose this 500 level, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot here. I'm going to go ahead and enter a 1 micro long, I think. And see if we can get that move back up towards that daily 20. We don't really have any signs of exhaustion in the selling just yet, but I like that pullback area for another pump. Probably back up into at least 640, 650. As long as this area continues to hold, I'll add into it. Below, we'll say 450, I'm going to have to cut this. So this is not a high probability setup, but it is the trade that I'm seeing right now. Is back to the top side. Buyers have kind of been in control. Once again, just another short trap with the massive downside day. So I will look to add into this as long as this level holds here at 500. So I'll give it about 50 points of room to the downside, but that's the trade that I'm seeing right now. Looks like Mason's been a member for 14 months. What's up, Spaces? How are you? How's everybody trading today? How's everybody getting on? I know a lot of people, after the massive downside day, were probably expecting a little continuation to the downside. I honestly, with CPI coming up and FOMC coming up, I believe next week maybe is FOMC. And then obviously we've got June contract expiration at later in the month as well. Buyers were in control for the majority of this contract. I'm kind of expecting them to push price, or at least hold price where it's at. Probably push price back above 30K before we would get a sell-off, if it's going to happen. So I'm going to be looking to buy dips until back above, we'll say like 30,200 on the higher time frames. So we'll say back up in here would be the next spot that I would start to look for shorts. I'm expecting a lot of this downside to be retraced. And that's just my opinion. Hey, what's up, T-Bot? How are you? Daily candle will be red at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm expecting a move back up towards 600. Whether we get that or not, I don't know. We could sweep. We could sweep back down below. But overall, over the next couple days, I do expect buyers to step in and push price back up. I could be wrong, but that's what a non-negotiable output. Okay. That is what I expect. I mean, you can look at what's happened on this June contract. Buyers have clearly been in control. On the DOM right now, we've got the bigger targets to the upside. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we get another test of that daily 20 SMA up there at 760. Wouldn't be surprised. What's up, Bruno? How are ya? Let's go ahead and target, like, we'll target that 650 area one more time. But I don't think we see a new low on the session. I don't think we see below 350. And if it is below 350, it's probably just a quick sweep. But I can see us closing out today around that 29,500 level. And if it does get heavy to the downside, then I'll eat a loss. But welcome everybody. Let's see, what account are we giving away today? I think we're giving away a 25K Pro Lucid eval today on stream. Marbles race later in the session. So yeah, stick around for that. I went and worked out before the stream today, so I'm catching up to the charts right now. But I do like this 500 area to hold for a possible bounce, for a move back up. So that's why I'm in with small size right now. I'll add if it looks like we're going to keep holding. Albu has added a holding probability of the level to the MGI. Is it the MGI indicator that you added that to? Oh, no. It would be the supply and demand indicator that you added that to. So now we have probabilities of the level holding. Obviously, it's pretty low on this 500 level. So I am anticipating the sweep here. At some point, I mean, I'm almost willing to give this back down to 420. You know, that opening range low. I know that's a lot, and it seems like a lot, but that's why I'm only in with one micro. But this is how I've had to trade recently, guys. I've just had to give all sorts of room for the trades to breathe. The 40, 50 point snaps instantly are not it. Not it when you're trading with any kind of size. All right, we do have some interest down here at 300, so I kind of need to be careful. One micro? You heard full port from 500? I don't know if I would full port 500. That's kind of the bias line right now, is that 500 level. So just, it's kind of the decision point on whether bulls are in control. That's where the battle has been happening all day. So I don't know if I would full port from there. But trading back into the 500 level, you know, mean reversion, that's not a bad play. If you can get the extensions. What's up, Zen Zen? How are ya? Provider for jams. The holding percentage is a new thing. I actually, me personally, I know nothing about it, so I'm not putting much faith in it yet. If that makes sense. That's a new addition to one of the indicators. So I'm just showing it to show that it's there for today. I don't know how it's calculated on my end. This is brand new to me today. So I'm not putting much weight in that. All I'm seeing is a 1 hour stronghold. You can see that I actually have a level here and it's holding. Right? So this would be a trade that I would take without this. You know, trend has been to the top side today. We have a decent pullback. Buyers are trying to defend that 500 area. I'm fine with giving it this attempt. It uses price, volume, and delta. Okay. Yeah, guys. I mean, I'm just showing you that it's there. When price is trading in a level, it's giving you a probability of hold, but I don't know what the calculation is. Provider for jams, not publicly available yet. But yes, I personally have a guide. I have a guide for everything. And yes, when the indicators are made available public, there will be user guides for everything. We're not going to include, obviously, how things are calculated. That will remain proprietary, so that will not be public information. But there will be user guides and a general idea about what has gone into the indicators themselves. We have to be... Oh yeah, Albu. Are you kidding me? That's my bedtime reading for the last 2 hours of my day right now. I don't have much time to do any of like the deep studying during the day, obviously, with everything that's going on with the streams and trading and doing everything that I need to do. But my last 2 hours each night before I fall asleep is spent reading over, studying. Yeah, it's kind of funny, Al, because Mason was like, well, you can just read it on your phone. I'm like, this is so much better than reading it on your phone. Are any of you guys like, do you prefer reading off of paper, like when you read books, or do you prefer like ebooks? I prefer hard copies. Yeah, paper. Everybody's paper. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's just me. Provided for jams. How do I use levels? Okay, so there's two entries that I look for at levels, right? I look for wick and reclaims. So a wick down below the level to grab orders just below, almost like a fake out, and then a reclaim hold for another move up. Same thing to the downside. Wicks above the level with price rejecting any price above the levels and price to be holding below the level, or I look for break and retests. You know, something like this, where you have a nice convictive move to the top side through the level, the pullback into the level, and the hold for support with the entry at the top side of the zone, right? Targeting next level to the top side. So bear flag, bull flag setups for all the chart pattern traders out there. Hassan, right now, I'm just kind of seeing chop around this psych level 500. We probably get sweeps lower, sweeps above this little chop range. I know we're putting in lower highs on this consolidation range here around 500. I can see a move back down into like that 350 area if the move is to the downside, but I'm kind of expecting a retrace back up into this area. You know, back up into 600 at some point. That's why I'm long. If we continue to hold here, I'll probably add into this position that I'm in. But I'm in with small size right now just to let it breathe and wiggle itself out. And I'm willing to give it 100 plus points on the 1 micro. So does different time frames conflict with decision making? Not really. You know, what you guys can't see is behind that chat box, there's a 15-minute chart. And then I have a daily chart in the bottom right behind my camera on the monitor that's being shown on screen. So, I have all that there and I'm seeing it. And then on my higher time frame chart, I have hourly charts of every ticker. So I'm getting an overall view of what the market is doing as a whole. Like if ES is coming into a higher time frame level and NQ's trading, I'm watching it. I'm looking at it. So I know what's going on. And I'm generally trend continuation is what I try to be in the majority of the time, rather than mean reversions trying to catch tops and bottoms. You know, mean reversions, you're almost, it's counterintuitive for me. So like I said on the break and retest, you're trying to catch this little move here, right? Instead of catching this move. So I'm a trend continuation trader. Other people really are successful being mean reversion. Yeah, Abu, the open today was volatile. That was chaos. That was pure chaos. And you had to expect it. Opening up almost 2%, you know? I mean, you had to expect it. I don't know if we're going to get the return to settlement today, guys. There's a huge gap all the way back down to 29K below that 350 area. I don't know. I can see price pulling back to that 350 area, but I don't know that we get the return to settlement. So I honestly think we might even close right here at 500. Hey, what's up, Nims? Are you here to support or to annoy? Hopefully you're supportive today, Nims. I don't know if you need to annoy. For all you that have been waiting a long time, I'm going to talk to Nims over the next couple days and try to get him on stream so you guys can make fun of him for 2 hours. I'm going to try to lock him into a live stream again so everybody can make fun of him for a couple hours. All right, if you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. We've got roughly 60 people watching right now. Like I said yesterday and alluded to, one of the giveaways this week is going to be for Kick followers only. So you will need to be on Kick when we're doing that giveaway. It might not be a YouTube live stream. When I do that, we might just only stream on Kick. We haven't figured everything out just yet, but just know that that is coming up over the next couple days. So we will have a Kick only giveaway. So thank you. We are over 100 followers on Kick now, which is really, really nice to see. Bald Nims? Nah, Nims has a full head of hair. I don't think Nims is going bald anytime soon. Too bad it isn't today. You think you would win it? Yeah, we don't have everything. We haven't figured everything out yet to do it properly over on Kick. Because I have a feeling what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to not stream on YouTube that day and only stream on Kick. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to get handled. Yeah, you'll go to Turkey before you go bald. You gonna go get a hair transplant, Nims? I mean, buyers are still holding that 500 area, so I'm okay holding on to this position. I mean, yes, sellers are trying. But it's looked like that all day. We've had those jabs to the downside with immediate recoveries. And we all know price just likes to crawl to the top side. Just hand out gifts randomly every 5 minutes to the Kick viewers. Yeah, I mean, Kick, I agree with everybody that views on Kick. It's a better viewing experience. There's less stream lag, better image quality. It's a better overall streaming platform, I think. Hey, what's up, Mahmood? How are you? My sizing screams confidence. Oh, I'm not confident in anything for the rest of today's session, Nims. Not with where that's at, because we could easily pull back to 350. Very easily. But I do like the move back to the top side overall. So I'll be looking to buy longs until we retrade 30K. 30,200 really would probably be where I would start questioning my bias. But I'm biased to back above 30K. Long. And no, Nims, he's 40 micros. He's 40 micros. He's not 40 minis. He's 40 micros. He's been trading micros. Wait, what? There's a stock that's up 1,400% today? What stock is that? I haven't even looked at individual symbols at all today. Yeah, Nims, he's trading micros. He's been trading micros for the last week. All right, there's that move we were looking for. The pump off that 500 level. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. You know what? Let's go target that 750 area up here. I like that move. So we're going for another 200 plus points here on this trade. We're sitting just below 2% up on the NAS overall right now. That daily 20 SMA is sitting at 763. So that's kind of why I'm targeting that. These top side wicks, we didn't quite get there on that first surge out of the buyers. So I'm expecting another push out of the buy side here. Probably for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes at least. And then we might have a little bit of downside. Oh, nice, Tim. Gonna watch this weekly low at 672 for possible rejections as we work our way back up. A little bit of 1,000 points downside. Oh, I don't know. The volatility's been wild. The volatility's been... Martin, you wish you bought the open? Psh, I wish I would have held on to my long entries from last night's stream, guys. I'll be honest with you. I should have just held those long entries all night. Thousand points ain't that much on NQ anymore. I know it's wild to say that. It's wild to say that, but it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. Tim, it's easier to hold when you're trading with the smaller size. It's a lot easier to hold. This is how I used to trade with minis, guys. For those of you that haven't been around for a couple years, this is how I used to trade with minis. So my P&L on my accounts isn't growing like it used to. Like, I'm not making as much this year as I did last year at this time. Let's put it that way. Or the year prior. I mean, my goodness. 50-point snaps are just outrageous. Oh, your trade was 1 micro, Tim? Yeah, it just comes with practice. Right? I'm very, very comfortable on NQ with the swings, and I'm getting used to the volatility swings. So I'm not crying over the 50-point pullbacks, but I can see beginning traders that are just starting to learn about props and trying to trade minis in this just absolutely getting torched. Just reset after reset, account blown after account blown. Occasionally they'll hit the YOLO winner that keeps them coming back for more, right? But I just it's brutal. All right, let's see if I get wicked out on this trade. INO holdings are up. Oh, someone mentioned that earlier. and still negative 25% over the last 3 months. Was there a headline? Yeah, Dom, 100%. 100%. Being comfortable holding into pullbacks is probably the most difficult hurdle to overcome. Right? Seeing the bigger picture, especially when you're trading props and you're trading under those tight restrictions. That's why sizing is crucial for when the market is extremely volatile. Like right there, right? I just stomached nearly 100 points of pullback, but I'm still in the trade. My stop makes sense where it is, and we're moving back up. So it just comes with practice, watching it happen over and over and over. And there's no trick to it. There's no easy way around it. It just happens over time. Yeah, exactly, Albu. Yeah, guys, I mean, that's the whole purpose of a lot of our tools, is to put you in the right spot to trade with appropriate size and to manage your risk appropriately. Everything is designed to protect you. All right, I got stopped out on that pullback there. But this is pretty much your guide. You know, it's telling you what you should be giving it, the amount of size you should be trading. You can adjust the settings for the account that you're trading, and it will tell you how you should be executing. It's not going to guarantee you anything. There's not going to be a guaranteed winner. You know, it's not a signal service or anything like that, but it will at least provide the framework to put you in the best opportunity to succeed. If you want to know why you're being wicked out, Anna ran a victory lap. RB, what happens with your funded Lucid after 5 payouts? You'll get moved live. Probably. I mean, their risk assessment team will evaluate your trading, but 5 payouts is moved to live. Mason, turn the music back on. Wait, what? Is the music frozen? All right, here, I got you. There. All right, music's back on. What happens with profits? It depends on what account size you're trading. They have in their FAQs the transition to live with each account. Just look at what their transition to live is. It's generally a standard starting balance per account. So like on the 50Ks, I think it's a $2,000 starting account balance per account, but you can move 5 accounts live. I've never been live with Lucid. I think Banana Bread Trades, Goose is live with Lucid. But I've never gotten past the 3rd payout on any of my funded accounts with Lucid. So I haven't, because I keep my account balance so low. One bad day So the third payout is I end up blowing the account after that. Or at least I have up till this point. Love how retracted messages still show in Streamlabs, Kyle. Yeah, I don't see what's retracted and what's not. I still like another move to the top side, guys. Until price is firmly holding below, really, I'll say 485. I still like more upside. Nims, after 5 payouts, they take your family and give you a live account and take your family as collateral. I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that. All right, coming back into 500. Man, I kind of knew this 500 level was going to be a pain, right? But this would be the reclaim. If sellers cannot push back below here, honestly, 850s. This next consolidation range here, 750 to 950, is definitely the next move. So we'll see if sellers can push back into this, into the consolidation range. But this is kind of why I'm saying I don't think we see much below here today. ES rolling over. Is it though, Albu? Is it though? Or is that just what your brain is telling you you want to see happen? It must happen, not negotiable. I'm not opposed to some downside. I just think sellers are going to have a real hard time gaining much traction today. Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you? ES. Looks like that. Haven't loaded all the indicators on ES just yet, so it's a little bare. Obviously, we've got a gap down here. You're at the midpoint of the original gap currently. I can see ES bouncing from here. Got that shelf created. I can see ES holding that 74.25 area. What is this? 74.23? YM. Jeez, YM is... yeah, YM wasn't it today. I'm good, Adam. I'm good. I'm having a decent... Well, I really only had one trade today. 2 if you include the last one that I had. All right, we got 65 people watching on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Man, drastically different. You guys remember the days of Globex sessions having 300 people in the streams all the time? It has definitely slowed down on my channel over the last 6 months or so. Yeah, way down. Way down on views. Way down. I mean, the analytics on our channel, guys, looks... It does not look great. Does not look great. Actually, Kyle, it was last summer that where our channel was actually booming. It was last summer when we were seeing the acceleration on the channel. Or it's better this way for you? Better that my channel stays small? Yeah, if you guys remember, it was like May, June of last year where we went from like 500 subs to like 3,000 in a matter of 3 weeks. The start of this year, we started at like 6,000 subscribers, and in 6 months, picked up 2,000, I think. Big Teflon, I don't need to incorporate footprints anymore. Not with our tools. Not with our tools. Zero reason. This is a much easier way to read what you would be looking for in footprints anyway. We have exhaustion, absorption. We have all that stuff incorporated. I have zero reason to use a footprint chart anymore. None. Too many numbers to look at. Too much going on footprint charts. I used to have a Delta footprint chart that I used to look at, but now that we have this, I don't even need a footprint chart. No reason to get overwhelmed with all that information. Less people is better. Less bots. Hey, what's up, Trading Game? How are you? Hey, what's up, Cade? Long time no see, Cade. How's life treating you? Yeah, I mean, Martin, you know how it is normally during summer. Last summer was a little bit different. We were giga pumping. This summer, I'm not sure. After the massive move through the June expiration contract, I don't know. But generally, summer, the volume dies out a little bit. But with the market environment currently and geopolitical news, I don't know what to expect. I'll be honest with you. This summer, it's going to be a little bit different. And just because there's low volume doesn't mean that we aren't going to move a lot as well. Yeah, candlestick cricket. It was. It's been a massive decline. More technical talk attract viewers, you guess? It's just a matter of the YouTube algorithm, right? It has. I don't think it has anything to do with, because I definitely give an analysis and my thoughts and what I'm seeing. I definitely have technical talk in my streams. The one thing that I don't do that tunes people out these days, or at least the overwhelming majority of the online trading space, is I'm not an ICT guy. I'm not an ICT trader. I refuse to use that vocabulary. I think it overcomplicates things. If I was throwing out talking about fair value gaps and inverse fair value gaps and accumulation, manipulation, distribution, if I was throwing out that kind of terminology, for some reason people associate that vocabulary with success, and I don't know why. It's no different than any other strategy that you would. There's going to be a very few people who have formulated their own trading strategy around those concepts that are successful. So I don't understand it. So I don't understand it. The markets were around long before ICT was. ICT did not create the markets. I have yet to see anything that there are a few select random traders out there that have developed a successful strategy around his concepts. But that goes with anything else, right? Any other strategy. Yeah, Big Teflon. That's exactly right. Right? Like it's a trendy thing. People think because of the vocabulary that is tied to everything that it means more, that's the best way to do things. And that's not the case. That's just not the case. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like there are lots of good strategies out there, guys. There's no one strategy that's going to work. You have to find the one that works for yourself. You know? You have to be able to spot one pattern that happens on repeat in the markets, no matter what it is, and replicate it, right? And fine-tune that entry, fine-tune your targets, and execute. That's trading in a nutshell. All our brains are going to recognize patterns differently. They're going to process information differently. So you just have to find what works for you. I think people like my trading because it is so simple, right? I'm not confusing a whole lot. I know relatively quickly when I'm wrong and when I'm right. And I'm looking for specific prices along the way to execute from. Looking for levels. Yeah, I mean, trend lines, the same thing, right? I mean, in essence, I'm kind of trading trend lines. If you think about it, right? I see the trend lines. What were we talking about earlier? Right? Like, say you're a trend line trader. You have the pullback here on the break and retest, right? You're going to draw the little short-term downtrend line like this and wait for the pullback and the break back above the trend line. Virtually an identical entry. It's just I'm in a little bit sooner because I know where the level is. But it's not that much difference. You know, maybe 20 points here in difference on the entries. You know, whereas ICT traders are looking at, oh, we've got a 5-minute fair value gap, right? But guess what? You never got in. You never got in. But these happen all over the place, right? It happens literally all over the place. And what I've found in like learning about those kind of entries is I'm often in a lot sooner. I'm often in a lot sooner than they are. Yeah, Big Teflon, that's exactly right. Right? Like I post pre-market trading plans every day, right? And I give the trade that I'm looking at each morning, and sometimes I don't even catch the trade myself because I'm hesitant or something happens, right? Like this morning, guys, my pre-market trading plan, if you have access to it, you know, I put a chart out with all my levels, and then I have my trade. I point out a key level, a level that I'm looking to execute from, my long entry with my long targets, my short entry with my short targets. Right? Obviously, the entire long side played out today if you were patient enough to wait for it and only took that trade. Right? You come back to the charts. Come back to the charts. Here's open. Down into the level. 350. Bounce. Hold. Long entry from 370, and you caught that whole move. Hey, thanks for the sub, Toby. Appreciate you. But it's just all a matter of what you can easily recognize. All right. People who diss trading concepts are probably not consistently profitable. Yeah, I mean, to an extent, you're right. Because it just means they haven't found what works for them. I think that's what that tells me. Right? I got nothing against people that trade ICT concepts. If it works for you and you're making money, use it. You know? But don't treat it as it's the holy grail. Is what I'm saying. Is my point. That is not the roadmap to profitability. You have to find that for yourself. Each trader does. Topster, yeah, I was actually in a trade earlier in the stream. It pulled back on me after it ran up quite a bit from my original entry. I was long from 525 here. But I got stopped out on this pullback at 540. So it took me out. I had another trade earlier on a long from like 420 that I got a pretty good trade out of. Yeah, Martin. I mean, the best traders go through months a lot of times where they're red. You know, trading is just one of those things. It's all about managing your downside. It doesn't really matter which. Deuces, are members going to get rewards? What do you mean, Deuces? What do you mean by rewards? Topster, I see your question. I'll get to it after. NQ managed your downside today, Phoenix. Oh, jeez. Don't hand me over your funded accounts. Don't copy my trades, guys. Nothing I say on here is financial advice. I am not a, I'm not the world's greatest trader. I will never claim to be. I'm not a licensed broker. No, the perk of the channel memberships is every morning you'll get my pre-market trading plan on NQ. So you'll see at the level that I'm looking at with the trades that I'm looking to take each morning. That's what the YouTube channel members get right now. They get access to that. We are just kind of chopping up between 500 and 600 here, aren't we? I still like a return to the highs of day. All right, new hourly candle. I think back above 600, we could get that move to the top side. So I'm going to I'm gonna stick that order there just above 600 in those overnight highs right now. Wait, where is that exactly? 604. Because if we get back above overnight highs, I can see a move back up into that daily 20 SMA. We're holding that support zone for now. And then my stop would be below this swing low on this position. And then back above this 670 area would be a nice add if we start holding above there, back up into 750 to 800. And we'll see if buyers want to extend a little bit back above and reclaim that daily 20 SMA. I'm just not sure how high up we're going to get on the session today. But I can see a 3% move back to the top side. So another 1% move up. Hey, thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. All right. Where was Topster at? Topster, can you break down why I entered? Yeah, so you're talking about the stream trade or my morning session trade? Which trade would you like me to break down? Time to become the world's greatest trader. I wish I was one of those multi-millionaire traders. I'm not. I'm not. Not that at all. Making less this year than I made last year. But I'm also not one of those traders that's risking it all on every trade. Clearly. All right, we'll target 750 for now if we get into the position. Don't like how slow it's moving all of a sudden. Is it because I'm live? Every time I start the stream, guys, the price action just kind of dies and goes sideways. Is my chat not working? Like, what is going on? I don't even see half of these. The multi-stream chat on Streamlabs needs some updating. Big time. Big time. It's because I haven't done marbles yet. Yeah, I see it, Kyle. I see your test chat. All right, there we go. All right, it seems to be working. But I can click over to the YouTube chat and see messages that I can't see on my multi-stream chat. A 1976 Ford Pinto. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Yeah, sometimes it even prints on the stream, like in the chat box, but doesn't print on my end, which is the bigger print that I can actually read. The only Pintos you like are beans. Yeah, Stub looking for a small flush here. Oh, S-Dub, I hope you capitalized on Friday, by the way. I know you love shorting the market. You're always looking for those shorts. I hope you capitalized on Friday. Oh, I figured you would like it. I figured you would like that. All right, guys, we're long. I need to change the settings on this, my entry bar. I think it's actually the easy order flow that I need to change the settings on, the location. Let's go on chart background. There we go. All right. That's a little better. All right, we are in long. I'm not going to put a stop in just in case we get the sweeps back down. I'll look to add as long as we're holding. Big Teflon, this is DOM surface, so it's similar to Bookmap. So it's just a visual representation of the DOM. You've got aggressive buyers and sellers over here on the left, indicated by the red and green bubbles. And then you've got the passive buyers and sellers, i.e. limit orders, resting on the books right here. So you can see if I zoom in, you can actually see how many orders are sitting at each price. How do you even read that? Okay, so what I used to just make it really simple for myself. If price was trading up into a level, you can kind of see what's going on there here as well. But I would look for signs of absorption and exhaustion. Say we had, you know, a big line over here on the limit order side resting on the books, and price was trading with aggressive green bubbles up into that, but unable to push price through there. on a couple attempts and price was unable to make new highs, I would look to short that area. In other words, that would indicate absorption out of a passive seller of the aggressive buying. And that's how I used it. Other people use it differently. Like if you zoom in, you can kind of find areas of support, you know, where the darker shaded colors are where the most volume is being conducted. Nims, has the marbles race happened yet? No, the marbles race hasn't happened yet. Marbles race has not happened yet. All right, still holding above. I like the hold here at 500 for possibly a continuation after move to the top side. Back up into that daily 20. That's why we're targeting 750. That daily 20, if you remember right, is sitting at 760 right now. I like that move. I possibly like the move up into 800. You can kind of see there's interest up there as well and at 750. So I can see us holding this area for an afternoon push to the top side. Very easily could fall back into 500 though. So I'll be, as long as we're holding up, I'll probably look to add on a pullback down to, say right around 580 and see if I can get the bounce. All right, we are 2 micros long now. Hey, thanks for the follow, Toby. Appreciate you. Gonna have to be careful. I don't know that I want anything back below the regular trading hours open. I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop in there. Right at 520. So we'll risk about $300 on the 2 micro position. And if it rolls back towards the top side, after this move exhausts a little bit, I might add a 3rd contract. Otherwise, I'll just take this stop out below 520. Oh, Toby, yeah, 100%. Kick is so much better than YouTube. As far as the overall stream experience for the viewer, it is so much better. Everyone's saying we need downside. Everyone's like, come on, we need more downside. I mean, shorts are trapped. Shorts are trapped from last night. They're trapped right now. 100%. So we could squeeze into the close as well. And holding, wait, up 1900% today? That's okay. That's crazy. Yeah, Angie, I'm long right now. It's not looking great. Not currently. We'll see, though. We're in a little bit of drawdown. We're in about, 80 points of drawdown currently. Or $80 in drawdown. Not 80 points. We're only in about 20 points of drawdown. For my average entry. Toby, why did I enter here? Well, my original was back above 600, so a break back above this. We've got some orders resting up at 750 to 800 on the DOM, on the books. You can see the daily 20 SMA is up there at 762. Buyers have been in control all day. Trend continuation. Key level 500 held on this. So I'm kind of anticipating a move back up. And if we just go sideways and trade in the middle, then I'll be caught off sides. That's why I'm not in with a lot of size right now. I'm going to let it breathe, let it play out. But buyers have been in control today. Sellers were not able to push strongly back below 500 yet. So I'm kind of anticipating that we might need to explore price a little bit higher first. But it's holding up okay. You're not seeing the nasty snap down below 29,500, at least not yet. So it's holding up. Price is holding up just fine. I think eventually buyers could come in and push us up towards those highs once again. Toby, what's the indicator with the bubble tell you? Okay, I kind of just explained it a couple minutes ago. You've got aggressive buyers and sellers indicated by the bubbles. The bigger the bubble, the more the volume. And then you've got passive buyers and sellers. In other words, limit orders on the books, on the symbol. And that's pretty much what it tells me. It's just what's going on in real time. You were in YouTube. You didn't see the chart before? Okay. It's all good. And up 1,900% on the day. But if you bought a year ago, you're still down 97%. My goodness, that's a volatile stock. Chief Jim. Well, welcome to the channel first and foremost. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so Monday through Thursdays, I live stream 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then on Sundays, I do the Globex Open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, which, by the way, guys, I heard Rocket Scooter's now going to be doing 5-hour live streams during Globex session. But yeah, I live stream 5 days a week currently. So 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursdays, Eastern Standard. And then Sunday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard is when I go live. All right, are we going to fall back to 500 is the question. Kind of rolling over off the tops. Albu, we haven't figured it out. We haven't figured it out. I mean, you can view it on Kick. I just don't know if the bot is going to recognize commands on Kick. No, Nims, 19,500 is, I mean, that's a dream. that's a dream. I don't see that happening. I mean, price is still holding. So I don't have any reason to get out of this trade really until I get stopped out. I know it looks heavy, but you guys remember how it's been for the last months. It's looked heavy at times, and then out of nowhere, you get a 200-point move back to the top side. Asia is almost cleaner to trade. I don't know about that. I have come to realize that I am not good during Asia session. I'm just not a good Asia session trader. I think RTH is easier to read. The problem is I'm live streaming, guys. You know what happens? Whenever I go live, the market goes sideways. When I end the stream, you'll get movement again. What's up, J-Rob? The day's good. Day's good. I mean, despite being in a little bit of drawdown on this position currently, the day is good. I got no complaints. I made really good money today. Yeah, when I have a $1,500, just under $1,500 day, trading micro contracts, that's a good day. that's a good day. All right, coming back up to my average entry, just below 600. Target's up there at 750, as you can see. Kind of got to zoom out in order to see my target. Let me go ahead and link these so that if one gets hit, It cancels the other order. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it pulls back at some point. I honestly don't think buyers are going to let the sellers get out of jail on this, at least on this session. So I feel like it honestly could be a squeeze to the top side to end out today. Maybe make a 3% move on NQ back to the top side, retrace a lot of that move from Friday. And that's just my opinion. I don't know what's going to happen. But we're holding above 500. Toby, a little over 5 years now is how long I've been trading. All right, we're back in green on the position technically. Let's see if buyers can get some strength through 600 this time, through those overnight highs just above 600. And we could be off and running on this position if that happens. Because honestly, if we don't, we might be looking at a 500 to 600 range for the rest of the day today. The big move is already played out today. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's crazy to say that this isn't a big move, and I'm not looking for a lot. That's what's crazy, is that this isn't a big move. Another 200 points of topside movement, 250 points of topside movement. Doesn't feel like a huge move. And you could be right. We might just range out for the remainder of the session. See, what time is it? It's almost 2:30 Eastern. I mean, I'm still just chilling in this. The sellers are not driving price down forcefully. Let's see if buyers can push through 600 on this next attempt. Is anybody else in the long right now, or is everybody else trying to short the market right now? I'm curious. Toby, you're short, right? You're short. It seems like everybody else is short. So I'm the only one that's long. I mean, think about trying to flip in and out of positions around this level. I mean, how many traders are getting chopped up right now between 570 and 600, you know? Dom, you're long with me? Had to be? Yeah, I mean, I expect this high to get tested again at some point. So at the very least, once we get back above this high, if that happens, I don't know if that's going to happen, but if we get back above that high at 630, I'll go break even on the position. I'm not going to want to see it come back, but I feel like we could squeeze into the end of day today. Make that move back up into that daily 20 SMA, possibly even a little bit above. But I'd like to see follow through on this push. Push back up towards 650. Get back above 630. I have way more intestinal fortitude. Yeah, everybody always thinks I just have this ability to hold on to trades. It's all about trading with comfortable size. Really, like, you know, if your sizing is appropriate, let the trades play out. Let them breathe. You know, you got into the position for a reason. See if you can go get target. You know, until your trade's invalidated, there's no reason to be getting in and out of trades. Do I think being a wheelchair has helped my trading? So I am the wheelchair now, Nims? Yeah, Dom, you'll just have to start allowing things to actually play out. You'll have to accept the loss. I mean, you get into a trade accepting a certain amount of risk anyway. So why not actually let it see if you were right or not? I mean, that's the only way you're ever going to get a good, accurate reading on your analytics on the back end anyway, is just to let you get into a trade, you assume a certain amount of risk, and set your target, set an appropriate target initially, you know, not anything massive. But let the trade breathe and let it play out. See if your overall analysis was correct. You know, and when it moves a reasonable amount away from your entry and you're in profits, there's no reason to go break even at that. No reason to not go break even at that point. But let the market tell you you're wrong rather than you telling yourself you're wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, Nims, of course I say different about your position, brother. You know, know the market environment that you're trading. Know that it's going to be volatile. Accept that you're going to have to give your trade 50 points of breathing room. You know, especially for the bigger targets. Obviously, that's a little bit different if you're only trying to scalp out 10 points or whatever. You're obviously not going to give your trade 50 points of breathing room for a 10-point profit. The market is yet to tell you you're wrong, Nims, on your short from 19,400. Pretty sure it's told you you're wrong about numerous times. All right, how many people we got in the stream right now? We got about 80 people in the stream currently. If you haven't yet, guys, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. It really does help out the channel. Names, are we on the YM? Yeah, it's pretty slow. I mean, the YM today, really moving really slow. Right around that 51K psych level, just kind of meandering either side of it. Man, I might have to hold into power hour on this. I would much prefer the move to happen in the next 25 minutes or so, if it's going to happen, rather than having to hold into power hour without buyers really stepping back in. Like I said, we haven't traded that 630 high. What is that? 620, 635, 630? These highs is what I'm going to be watching. I think that gets traded at some point. And whether we get the look above and fail back into range, or whether we get the follow through with the move to the top side, that will be my decision factor on whether to cut this trade or not. Hey, what's up, Donovan? How are you? Yo, this is just straight chop. Absolute chop. Hey, what's up, ET? How are you? All right, guys, while this is doing absolutely nothing, let's go ahead and do this giveaway. No, Toby, because, right, I'm still seeing the bigger passive orders on the DOM to the top side right now. Now, does that mean that price is going to travel up there, or that I'm not going to take a loss here? No, definitely not. Right? Sellers are starting to pick up and trying to drive price down, but honestly, we could have buyers step up at any point and drive the market back up higher. It just, today has been a buyer's market. I mean, it's been upside, upside, upside. And if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong trying to play with the trend rather than fighting it. Does that make sense? So, guys, we are giving away a 25K Pro Lucid account today. Exclamation point marbles in the chat to enter into the race. Registration window is now open. Go ahead and get your entries in. We'll leave that window open for about 5 minutes or so to let everybody have time to enter it, make sure they're in. I'm going to step away for a second, go close these blinds. All right, nice downside. Might be pulling back into 500 now. It's starting to get a little aggressive. So I'm probably going to take the stop out here. I'm not going to let it run all the way back into 500 just in case. Because if buyers are going to step in, they're probably going to step in here in the 20s to drive price back up. And if we get back above 550, I'm not opposed to adding another contract and bringing my average entry down a little bit more. You found the desktop link? All right. All right, guys, it looks like we are getting botted. So 20 seconds, we're going to close the registration window. So get your entries in now. All right, back above 550. All right, I'm going to add one more here. Still going to bring my stop down to where it was. My average entry is 580 now. Anything below 520, I'll be out with about a $370 loss. Need to pull my target up. I'd like to see this flip green and stop staying gray on us. It's not making me real confident on the look above 550 with the failure, especially with aggressive sellers stepping in. It's feeling like back into 500 is a real likelihood here. I'll take this stop out though at this point. I'm not going to let it go back to 500. All right, guys, entries are now closed. We're going to give Mason a minute or two to get everything all set up. And then we'll run this marbles race and do this giveaway for you. Disability. Yeah, short's play. It's short. If you were short from 600 or above 600, that's a decent trade, without a doubt. All right, guys. Looks like Mason's ready with everything loaded up. Let me get the marbles race going, and we'll do this giveaway. All right, everybody, good luck. Once again, 25K Lucid Pro on the line. Mason, whenever you're ready, go ahead and drop those marbles. All right, we are off. Oh, jeez. Mason loves this track because there's always carnage right at the end of this track. He loves this track. Spamming one in the chat will make your marble go faster. Guys, spam those ones. Oh, Kamish out to the early lead. I don't know where the leaderboard is today. I have no idea where the leaderboard is, so good luck. Oh, there it is. All right. I have the longest name ever to win currently with the lead. Oh, stay on the track. Oh, gets absolutely bounced off the track. Fabio now with the lead. Oh no, guys. Oh no, we have issues. This is terrible. Fabio missed it. Oh, Bruner 82 with the W. Congratulations, Bruner. You are the winner of the 25K Lucid Pro account. We'll let everybody finish up here. Mason's internet must have said no thank you. Mason's internet must have said no thank you. All right, Bruner 82. Oh, Nims, you did finish top 10. I didn't even notice. Bruner 82, congratulations. Congratulations. Obviously, you will have to verify your YouTube account and do all that. Mock Dash Level Up will be in communication with you via the YouTube chat. Congratulations on the win. That is a 25K Lucid Pro headed your way. You blame it on Mason. All right. Yeah, congratulations, Bruno82. Those Lucid Pro accounts are nice. You can pass in a single day, activate it the same day, and start making some money. Technically 3 days to pay out if you can do it right. So congratulations. Those are nice accounts. Mock Dash Level Up will be in communication with you via the YouTube chat. All right. It feels like price is pinned right now. Absolutely pinned. So I still don't have a reason to get out of my trade. It's made a move back up to the top side. I think 580 could at least get traded again, possibly even 600. And if it falls off of this level, if we reject off this level hard, I'll get stopped out and on the move back into 500. So I'm going to let this trade play out regardless. It's either going to be a win or a $300+ loss. I mean, you guys can kind of see we're kind of just pinned in between these support and I mean, these are both higher time frame support and resistance levels that are printing technically, and price is just pinned there. So I think it's kind of a coin flip which way we break, if we break. Yeah, Dom, it's crazy. Price is just pinned. It's pinned. SW, I haven't used top one. I have not used top one. Don't know much about them myself. Chris, I'm not a good, like, range trader. I'm not a real good range trader. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people are really good trading ranges. I'm just not. That's when I get chopped, guys. When I try to play ranges like that is generally when the breakout happens on me, and then I flip the position, and then it pulls back into the range. I'm just not a real good range trader. So I honestly stay away from it myself. SW, trying to figure out which prop firm to go with. My recommendation, SW, I don't know where you're located or where you live, and you don't need to disclose that information, but I would go... There's 4 that I can recommend, and it really depends on what type of account you're looking at. Lucid, My Funded Futures, Tradeify, or Take Profit Trader are the 4 that I would recommend. And it really just depends on what kind, like what your trading style is, what best suits you and your trading style. Because they're all different, right? Like they all have their pros, they all have their cons. It's just whatever your trading style is, what best suits that. Oh my goodness, price is just pinned in between those 2 levels. Oh man. We might be going till the close today, guys. I mean, we're coming up on power hour here in about 7 minutes, top of the hour. I honestly, as long as price is holding above 500, I could see a power hour squeeze to the top side. I'm half tempted to give this a little more room and risk a little bit more dollar amount to give it back below 500. In fact, I think I'm going to. And as long as we continue to hold above 500, I'm not even opposed to adding to this. Let's see. Let's see what I would have to risk. Not the limit. We want to stop. I'll go ahead and risk to back below 500. So we'll risk 500 on this trade. Even if I take the loss, it's still over a 1K day for me. And I think it might be worth it as long as price is holding above 500. Yeah, PG, I'm kind of right there with you on the 500 level. I feel like that is the decider. So I almost think I need to give it back to that, at least with even with where my entry is. Unknown, we just did the giveaway. We just did the giveaway. I don't have any more accounts to give away today. All right, let's see what happens here. 4 minutes until top of the hour. Are the giveaways every day? We normally do one every day. I'm not going to say every day because we don't have as many accounts to give away. But I try to do a giveaway every day. I'm not one of the, we're not one of the bigger channels where we have hundreds of accounts to give away. How many will leave since the free is not in play? We've had about 40 people leave already. All right, go enjoy your tennis round, Nims. Nims, I'll give you a call soon. Mason called you and said 1,000 accounts every day. Yeah, I don't. Trust me. I wish I had 1,000 accounts to give you guys. We don't get that many accounts. We don't get. I give all the all the giveaway accounts that we receive to you guys. We just try to spread them out, space them out so that it's fair for everybody. But yeah, no, I wish I could give you guys accounts every day. We just don't have that many accounts to give away. The giveaways are all done by how many times you guys use the affiliate code. I've said it before. The more times you use code WES with the props when you're purchasing accounts with the prop firms that I do have partnerships with, that's how it works. My gosh, price is just pinned right now, guys. All right, we got 2 minutes. Let's see if the move's going to be up or down. You don't show up for the giveaways, Warriors loves? Yeah, it's like it's a give and take with the channel, right? Like the giveaways help the channel. It brings in new viewers, and even if it only brings in one new viewer that sticks around that likes the stream, they're worth it in my opinion, right? It's worth it to be able to give free accounts to you guys. But you're right, the botting, the scamming that goes on in the trading, the trading streaming space is outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. All right, 20 seconds here till the new hourly candle prints. Ideally what I'd like to see, and I realize where my stop is, I'd like to see a sweep of this low on the initial push and buyers to step in, defend to drive price higher through power hour is what I would like to see. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But that would be an ideal world. Yeah, Big Teflon, we've reached out to YouTube because we were scared initially when we first noticed it. Because there was a stream a while back, guys, where I don't know if you remember, but we had like, it said we had close to 8,000 people in the live stream, which obviously wasn't real. And what was even better was a guy came in and said that if I didn't ban somebody during the stream, he was going to bot us. And then I didn't ban the person because they weren't really doing anything. And he botted the channel. And he goes, I warned you. I warned you I was going to do it. Freaking nerds. Yeah, I just can't believe people waste their money, their time to do that. And it definitely negatively impacts the channel, right? Like the real viewers get annoyed. That the botting is happening. YouTube obviously sees that, and you have this massive influx of subscribers and then a massive unsubscribe immediately after, right? The analytics side of things definitely hurts. So it's a catch-22. All right, there's that initial sweep out. Let's see if buyers are going to step in at all in this area and push price back up. Yeah, Big Teflon. Apparently the bots are easy to make. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how people go about doing that. Obviously, it's I've never even thought about doing it myself. Those types of things don't cross my mind. I'm not looking for any way to scheme things in my favor. I'd rather earn it myself. That's just how I approach all of life. But people have said that it's really easy to do. You know, like when the props do the giveaways in their Discords or whatever, and they're just handing out codes. If you've ever tried to win one of those giveaways, those accounts, when they claim those accounts, are gone within a half a second. They're gone in a half a second, right? Like, you're never going to get on one of these prop firm Discords when they announce the giveaways, the random flash giveaways, and be able to claim one of those. You're just not going to be quick enough to do it. Dom, I mean, yeah, you think about it. Technically, if the props use codes for their giveaways, technically, yes, you could you could hypothetically turn around and sell the accounts for, you know, $5 cheaper than what the cost would be for that person to purchase the account. And it's worth it for the person purchasing that code, right? So yes, they could get in there, win 100 accounts and sell them for, say, you know, $50 per, right? And all of a sudden that's a huge payday for them. Obviously, if you're caught doing something like that, the prop's going to ban you, right? Oh, William, I'm the same way. I don't ever win giveaways, even when I do participate in them. All right, now the question is here, do I limit the damage? Because it looks like it's probably going to wick below 500 at least on this move down, which is unfortunate. Buyers are not stepping in, at least not yet. Probably should just let it play out no matter what. Because really, I like anything holding above 505, to tell you the truth. Yeah, Dom. So what the smart props have done is they've gone to an email verification kind of format where they're not giving out codes anymore. They're requiring us to give the user full name and email address associated with their account. And that's how they're combating that. So it's going through us and then going through our affiliate manager. In fact, on one of the giveaways that we did in the past, we got the email address and then the affiliate manager came back and said, this person's already been banned. So we can't issue them an account. They aren't allowed to trade with us. Yeah, Adam, honestly, I think anything below 505, we're probably seeing 450. You know, this 457. So I'm not going to drag it out anymore. I'll just take the stop out. Yeah, Albie, the slow crawl to the downside is not ideal. I'm with you guys as far as the price action is concerned. I don't like it when it's slow crawling to the downside. I don't like that at all. You were long from 570, Pierre. Yeah, I mean, I had multiple opportunities to take profit on this trade. I didn't take it because I thought we were gonna at least see 630. There's the stop out, guys. All right, so that's minus 485 on that trade. That's probably it for me today. Going to just take that loss. Still up over 1,000 on the day total. So it's still a pretty good trading day for me. I'm not concerned about that loss. And it looks like the move's going to be down through power hour. Could possibly even see back into 350. But yeah, all right. Gonna take that loss on the chin. Gonna call it a session there. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Enjoy the rest of your trading session. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Trade safe. Stay patient. Don't blow your account. Keep those accounts. S-Dub, I'm not in a position anymore. I was 3 micros long there at the most. 3 micros long. Enjoy the rest of your trading session, and I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. Peace.